Hi, and welcome to Who Rocks New Mexico. I'm Richard Holcomb. Every week we get up close and personal with the companies that rock New Mexico and take you behind the scenes to get the story behind the story. Today we'll meet Nate Manning of Beehive Homes, whose approach to the elderly and assisted living are both admirable and heartwarming. We'll look at some of the great ranches in New Mexico with Max Keeney of Centerfire Realty. Then we'll meet one of Albuquerque's young entrepreneurs who's taken Party Hardy to a new level. But first, let's meet Mariano and Paul Chavez of Valley Fence, mixing faith, family, and fencing into one of the Southwest's largest fencing companies.
I started the company in '69. I actually was born here in New Mexico, but I had been in the West Coast in California for a while, and then came back here and actually opened this fence company here. It's been good, you know. It wasn't easy because all you had at that point is just a truck and a wheelbarrow.
You know, my father did the hard work. He got it off the ground, started it from nothing, as he was saying back in 1969.
We've been working together for so long that he's actually become my friend. So it's good. It is good.
I've known Paul since I was 6 years old. That's around 48 years that we've been friends, and ended up being co-workers. I met him many years ago when they first started Valley Fence back in 1969. We were both little kids, and we still know each other to this day. We still work with each other, and we're still friends.
Of course, I knew David when he was a little taller, and him and my son Paul grew up together.
Working at Valley Fence is like working with my family.
You do become a family, and we've had our employees, a lot of our key employees, for years and years. We couldn't be where we're at today without our employees. Close-knit, they become more than just employees, they're family.
I've been with Valley Fence since 1973. We kid around that we're like the fencing supermarket of the Southwest, and we're proud of it. We hang our signs everywhere. If you drive anywhere in this city, in this state, you're going to see a Valley Fence sign. We're pretty proud that we've done almost every bridge in I-40 and I-25. A lot of the decorative type fences you see on these bridges, Valley Fence has done them.
On an average year, different kinds of fence, we do over 100 miles a year. So that'll kind of give you an idea. You're talking barbed wire or chain link or woven wire game fence, guardrail, whatever it may be. And so it's miles and miles and miles of fence work. We do a lot of work for the city, for the state highway department.
Some notable projects that we did with Valley Fence included Tower Pond Community Park, the North Domingo Baca Community Park, and the New Mexico Veterans Memorial at Filchacone Park. All of our projects are procured either through competitive bid or a selection process. So we knew that we were getting the best price for the scope of work that we were asking for. Obviously, price is an important component for us doing work, but in addition to that, we got people who were reliable, dependable, who provided a quality product and good service to their customers.
This is a great facility here in the Valley, and we're proud that we were able to have a part in working with the city on this project. We got 4 different fields and batting cages, and just up in the corner there's also a skate park. One of the other products that we're really proud that we worked on was the New Mexico Veterans Memorial. It's a beautiful tribute to the New Mexico veterans.
If I had to pick one thing that I appreciate most about Valley Fence, it's the people that I did business with. You have to have a good core group of people to establish ethics and professionalism and quality of work, commitment to business and community, and that's been our experience with Valley Fence.
Appreciate the customers, appreciate the people, because as I said, you know, the people around you is what makes the company. You can only provide the service, and if you don't provide a good service, of course you're not going to be around very long. And we've been here for 40 some odd years, so obviously we're doing something right.
A lot of places rock our state too. Here's another Travel Guide New Mexico moment. Well, here we are starting our trek down in southern New Mexico, and we're in Truth or Consequences. And we've learned from all of our travels that the best place to start your trip is in the visitor center. So let's go inside. This is a great place for you to come to pick up all kinds of information to plan your own trip. And while you're here in Truth or Consequences, you want to go right next door to the visitor center and see the Geronimo Springs Museum. You're not going to believe all the great historic stuff inside.
Hi, I'm Lorena Miller, and welcome to Geronimo Springs Museum. We're very glad to have you here today. We have some really wonderful exhibits here in the museum. What I'm standing beside here now is our absolutely awesome collection of prehistoric pottery that dates from 900 to 1150 AD. It is one of the largest collections on exhibit anywhere. We also have arrowheads in this same room. The mammoth and mastodon skulls were found here in Sierra County. The mammoth skull was found first, and it was found quite by accident by the anthropologist at New Mexico Institute of Mining and Technology. The mastodon skull was just found a short distance away, both of them between here and Elephant Butte Lake in Maple Canyon. This museum is just packed with history. The miner's cabin came from Hardcastle Canyon. It was an actual miner's cabin at a tin mine. When the Forest Service wanted it removed, they asked if we'd like to have it. The Forest Service archaeologists labeled and numbered each of the logs and chinks and boards, and it was dismantled and brought down here and reassembled exactly in the same way that it was originally built by volunteers from here at the museum. In addition to the history aspect of the museum, we also have a lot of artwork. The major artwork that we have are the wonderful paintings by Keith Humphreys. He had grown up in West Texas as a young boy and learned the stories from the old timers of the things that used to happen. So he was always interested in history and the oral aspects of the stories that you couldn't read about. When we do the tour of the school children, one of the things they're always interested in is the life-size statue of Geronimo. He wasn't a very large person by stature, and more than made up for it in reputation. We're just very proud of everything we have in the museum, and we would really like to invite people to come and visit us.
Boy, so that's what it was like back in the 1900s. I can see why they say knock before entering. Well, you can just imagine we've just scratched the surface of all the great things there are to see here at the Geronimo Springs Museum. And all I can say to you is you need to come by. You'll probably spend a day and you'll enjoy every minute of it. An absolutely fantastic stop as you're out and about in this great land of enchantment. Well, they say the water level in Elephant Butte Lake is down, and I want you to know that Who Rocks New Mexico traveled south to find out for ourselves the shocking truth coming up. It's been called the Jewel of the Desert, the largest body of water in New Mexico, surrounded by 200 miles of shoreline. And for camping, fishing, boating, water skiing, jet skiing, and just plain outdoor fun, the Elephant Butte Recreation Area is one big summer party for all ages.
What makes Elephant Butte Lake so great to recreate is the multitude of opportunities for people. There are many things to do on the lake. You can fish, there's swimming, there's wakeboarding, there's wake surfing, there's water skiing, and there's just hanging out. All those things are options on the lake.
Fishing right now is excellent here at Elephant Butte. Crappie, some of the biggest crappie I've ever seen come out of the lake has come out this year. I caught some from 1 pound to 2 pounds, and there was a 4-pound crappie came out of here.
We have most of the bass species represented in the lake. The striped bass is the big guy. They'll run this big, and they will, the lake record is 55 and change. There's also black bass, smallmouth bass, and the white bass. We've been in the top 10 in the country for white bass a number of years. We have some excellent guides here. These are the fishermen that are on the lake every day, whether they have a guide or not. They love to fish and they love to take people out and fish. The guides are very effective. When you go out with them, you generally catch fish.
This lake, whether it's up or down, doesn't make any difference. There's more shoreline here than you can even imagine covering in a day's time. And with it down like this, you have some sandy beaches that are just absolutely excellent to beach your boat and get out on and enjoy yourself.
Elephant Butte Lake is one of the few places in the country where you can come and park your tent or your RV right next to the water. You have your own beachfront property.
We've been coming here 20 years, and when we retired, we said that's where we're going to retire because we have the lake, the golf course, great shopping, and all kinds of off-roading activities and museums. When we first came here, the lake was full over the spillway, and we didn't have any beaches to camp on, and it was a little bit bigger lake, but even at the lowest level, this is the largest lake in New Mexico. Plenty of water, we don't have a shortage of beaches or anything. It's just a tremendous lake.
Up next, leave the driving to us.
What you don't need when it's time to close your mortgage is a nameless, faceless voice at the other end of a 1-800 number. What you do need is a licensed local loan officer who will attend your closing, sit with you, and answer every one of the questions that you will surely have as you read and sign over 57 legal documents. At Frost Mortgage, we're licensed, we're professional, and we're local. We don't just close loans, we open doors.
What every child deserves.
To be safe in our home.
Food and clothes.
Not to be hurt.
A good education.
To grow up with our brothers and sisters.
To be loved, valued, and respected.
El Ranchito is a loving and stable children's home where brothers and sisters can live together as they grow into adulthood or until they can be reunited with their families. With your help, El Ranchito de los Niños will continue its mission for years to come. Learn how you can help. Call us today.
Here's a concept that came from Europe that is probably saving lives right here in Albuquerque, the party trolley.
So the party trolley started actually from my adventures in Europe. I used to work at a pub crawl in Prague, and one question we never heard was, how are we going to get home? Because in Prague, there's so many options to get around. In Albuquerque, there's really not that many options, as well as affordable options. So we saw the bus system in Malta, and we really liked the kind of design of the buses there, and the affordability and options that you have in Prague. Merge those two ideas together, party trolley in Albuquerque.
Obviously the benefits of the party trolley, I mean, when you break it down, $5 for a ride on the party trolley versus $5,000 for a DWI, I mean, you make the choice.
It's not called the boring trolley, that's for sure. It's called the party trolley for a reason, and it's just a blast. Me and my friends love riding the party trolley, and you will too once you try it.
The events that we do are pub crawls, tailgates, bachelorette parties, corporate events. Wherever you need a safe ride, we can be there.
I'm a party trolley regular. The party trolley is a great time. It's fun, it's simple, it's cheap. One of the best things about the party trolley is you never have to go through DWI checkpoints or have to worry about lights in the rearview mirror. And best of all, it's safe.
Our membership is simple. $40 a month gets you unlimited rides in Zone 1 and Zone 2. One DWI costs about 10 years of membership with the party trolley. So instead of worrying about that, you can rest easy that your son or daughter is going to get home safe and sound.
The Party Trolley now offers title tours. We take real estate agents to new listings around Albuquerque to showcase their properties. It's a new and exciting way for realtors to do business. Join us on the Party Trolley.
Frost Mortgage has used mobile advertising since its infancy. A lot of people remember the limousine driving around town. It was a unique business concept at the time, and we're bringing it back with the Albuquerque Party Trolley. It's in front of thousands of people at tailgates, Lobo basketball games, and more to the point, it's driving up and down Knob Hill and constantly moving around town, showing the Frost Mortgage image brand.
We get to
have so much exposure just by buying a small ad on the TVs themselves without even paying for people to be brought to the lounge. I have ridden it. I only rode it with Paul, but I often refer it to a lot of my customers, especially if they've been drinking, because there's the bar right next door to the hookah lounge.
It works very well for us. We've had a lot of comments on it, and I would recommend Party Trolley to any advertiser that wants to get out there.
Up next, when it comes to the land of enchantment, here's one good old boy who really knows his stuff.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson, the owner of American Tire and Service. Do you know what makes a great mechanic? What makes one shop better than another? Training is mighty important. Certification? You bet. Experience? The more the better. Knowledge? Cars are complicated nowadays, and believe me, these mechanics need to know a lot. But do you know what really makes a great mechanic? Heart. It's a passion that drives the mechanic to do the right thing every time. At American Tire, it's the first thing we look for in a mechanic. Of course they have the training, the certifications, the experience, and the knowledge. But heart is what makes it all work for you and for us. Our entire team is dedicated to professional service. We all know that's what it takes to bring you back. We've been helping people like you for over 25 years. We're locally owned and proud to serve you. Come ask for me by name, Doug Wilson. I'd love to serve you.
American Tire and Service on Highway 528 between Southern and Northern. The only guys for you.
New Mexico is still a place of wide open spaces, and Max Keeney of Center Fire Realty knows where most of them are.
Center Fire Real Estate started marketing farms and ranches and homes and other kinds of properties throughout New Mexico way back in 1969. When we first started selling farms and ranches in New Mexico, we primarily thought about the income from that particular operation. Nowadays, though, it's expanded out into all kinds of other opportunities. For example, wildlife and hunting and oil and gas and things like solar. Center Fire Real Estate's office is located in central New Mexico, just about 20 minutes from the Albuquerque International Airport. And we handle properties all over the state, and we have prospects and clients from all over the world. From the beginning, when we first designed our office facility, we realized there was a need for inviting people from out of state to come and stay with us. We have suites upstairs that we would invite you to come and spend an evening or even several days with us. Whether you're thinking of buying or selling real estate in New Mexico, we have a team of experts in our office who can help you along the way. We can help you with getting through the process of dealing with federal agencies like Forest Service, Bureau of Land Management, or State Land Office. We here at Center Fire Real Estate have a passion for helping you find a place that you're going to enjoy the rest of your life. We look forward to working with you. New Mexico ranch land is some of the finest you'll find anywhere in the country, and Apache Gap is no exception. Let's saddle up and go take a look. Located in Sierra County, about 24 miles from Truth or Consequences, Apache Gap Ranch is comprised of more than 1,900 deeded acres, 6,000 plus acres of state grazing land, and more than 26,000 acres of BLM grazing land supporting 300 cows year-round. The property is fenced with 35 miles of well-kept perimeter fencing and 25 miles of interior fencing. The headquarters of this amazing ranch includes a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with a large fenced yard and an adobe guest house with 2 bedrooms and a bath. As a working cattle ranch, the property includes corrals, stalls, a shop, squeezing chute, branding table, a set of American scales, and cattle pens. A constant supply of water for the homes, the pastures, and cattle is provided by 2 domestic wells and storage, including tanks, windmills, a pump, reservoirs, and 19 miles of underground 1¼ inch PVC pipeline. Apache Gap Ranch is just a few miles from New Mexico's largest lake, Elephant Butte, and only about 10 miles west of Spaceport America, the world's first purpose-built commercial spaceport. The land is rich with wildlife, including mule deer, antelope, and quail. Average annual precipitation is 8 to 10 inches, with nearly 350 days of sunshine per year. All this adds up to 34,000 acres of pure New Mexico, and I would love to have a chance to show it to you.
Up next, compassion, dignity, and a loving home.
This month at Frost Mortgage, we are offering our clients 3.5% 30-year fixed-rate mortgages. Do you have a 3.5% mortgage? If not, call Frost Mortgage and get one.
Hi, I'm Ray Duran, General Manager of Chamisa Hills Golf and Country Club. People in Rio Rancho and throughout Albuquerque know us for our great golf course, tennis courts, swimming pool, exceptional dining, and a most beautiful setting with our breathtaking views of the Sandia Mountains. Yes, we're a private country club, but we're also open to the public for special occasions, banquets, meetings, and weddings. Our goal is to make your special occasion an event to remember. Our staff will make sure that your expectations are met in every way. And the food? Chef George and his staff are simply the best there are. Whether you're planning a buffet or sit-down dinner for 200, you can count on exceptional food and service from start to finish. Chamisa Hills Golf and Country Club, ready for any event, large or small, 365 days a year. Give Terry, our banquet and meeting manager, a call at 505-896-5004. She'll ensure that your meeting or special occasion will be second to none. Call today.
As we and our loved ones age, it's heartwarming to know that there are caregivers like Beehive Homes, providing a compassionate, loving environment for the elderly to live in dignity.
My name is Nate Manning. I'm the Regional Director for Beehive Homes of New Mexico. We have about 20 homes here in New Mexico, but we're also in Texas, Arizona. We're starting more in Colorado, all over the Southwest. Beehive Homes is a unique concept in that it's not nursing home, it's not independent living. It fills a niche where people who need assistance with daily living activities, they come here. We have great food, we have awesome activities for our residents that cater to their needs, and we've got one-on-one care. Residents who need a lot of attention, they come here.
My name is Mary Jane Tuttle, and my husband and I have been living here for 8 months now, and we love it.
And she makes our job so easy.
Our kids decided it was time, so we got all of our belongings into this one room. But we get such good care here. It's really where God wants us, and it's where we belong.
They're often referred to as the greatest generation, and they truly are. They brought our nation from the Great Depression through the World War, and they built this nation to be what it is now. They have incredible stories. They're very charactered individuals. Our residents are our pride and joy, and it's a real privilege to be able to take care of these people. Every one of our caregivers goes through Beehive Homes Academy. Beehive Homes Academy offers a variety of instructional courses that will train our caregivers on every aspect of care that we are dealing with. They learn about everything from kitchen safety, medication management, how to help residents who have fallen, how to prevent falls. There's hundreds of categories of different in-services trainings that we take our staff through one by one.
Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Patsy. I took care of my dad for 10 years, and if this was available for me, I would have done that.
It's awesome. You know, we're here for our residents. You know, our residents have amazing stories to tell us every day. It's great. I look forward to coming to work every morning.
The sense of humors they have, If I could just write a book, it would be great.
Reviving the memory and playing things that they grew up with, it's just fantastic. It's very rewarding because I'll be playing something and all of a sudden someone will start singing along, and it just warms my heart to see how they remember these things. But I'm from Connecticut originally, and I worked there for 30 years in a geriatric hospital. And I always said, once I retired, if I ever had to go back to work, it's got to be doing something I love. And then I found out about Beehive. We actually lived just down the street. And when I saw them building this facility, I said, maybe it's time to get back to the community. And it's the best job I've ever had. Where I was a 600-bed hospital, and to come down to 15 beds, it's really an amazing transformation because I just feel so much closer to the people.
Because we're small, our caregiver to resident ratio is very good, and you get a lot more one-on-one attention that maybe you wouldn't get in a bigger facility. When you walk into a Beehive home, it smells like a home, looks like a home, and feels like a home. Even though it's built from the ground up specifically for this purpose, for assisted living, it feels like a home.
There are many dentists around New Mexico, many of whom offer similar services. So what makes Dr. Greg Lepore of Smiles by Design so different? Well, you're about to see.
You know, we have an idea of health that we want each person to have because we know how important oral health is. But oftentimes they don't necessarily want to go there right away. They want to go at their pace. And so I always say that we're the navigators and they're the captain of the ship.
I've been a patient of Greg Lepore's for 3 to 4 years. He did total mouth reconstruction on me. Smiles by Design have given me my smile back and give me confidence to get in front of people again and not be so ashamed of my smile and the bad teeth that I had at one time.
I'm Marcy Cates, and I'm a retired dental hygienist. After years of going through reparative dentistry, having crowns replaced, fillings replaced with crowns, broken crowns, I knew there was a better way. I went to see a prosthodontist, an orthodontist, and several dentists, and strangely enough, they referred me back to Dr. Lepore.
You know, I have to say, I really enjoy coming to work every day. Ultimately, it's because of the patients, you know, to have the interaction with them and to enjoy them. And I know it sounds cliche-ish, but that is why we're here. You know, if we don't have the patients, there's no reason to come to work.
Well, that's Who Rocks for this week. I hope you liked the show as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. For more information on the Who Rocks segments or to find out how your organization can rock New Mexico, we invite you to go online to whorocksnm.com. I'm Richard Holcomb, inviting you to join us again next week for another Who Rocks New Mexico. Have a great week, everybody.